Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well, resting and prepping. Got a story I want to share with you from the Global Times. It came out on yesterday. We're going to file this under hashtag we can't have nothing. So, y'all know about BRICS. I've been telling y'all about BRICS. That's the new global financial order that's taking place that will occur under the new beast infrastructure. And thus far, no PC nations have been a part of it because the PC nations are, behind their money and basically the dollar. So as the dollar basically sinks like the Titanic, all these new nations are signing up to be on board with BRICS, the new money, the new system that's going to be coming online. And so, like clockwork, y'all know how them folks are. They always want to cling to us because they can't survive without us. And hopefully that's the takeaway you get from this story is that no matter what they do, they can't survive without us. They need our labor, they need our resources, they need our ideas. They need everything. Our countries have the wealth. When I say I am speaking of black and brown, and I'm not necessarily speaking of America per se, although this whole earth belongs to us people, because I don't know where them other people come from. They're not like us. We just not like them. And so as their countries and money and ways that people are tired of them, as everything about them declines, you're going to see them go from oh, you're going to do what we say or else, because people were initially, or countries were afraid of their threats. Now nobody is afraid of the dominant society. People are tired. The end of that rule is here. And you're seeing these, you're going to start seeing white people turn against each other. I'm just put it out there. White folks going to start doing what they do best. And you're getting ready to see it start right now with France trying to get an invitation to BRICS. Um, if you understand the history of France, you shouldn't be surprised. But it's just interesting that they are so bold as to snub uh, the European Union to want to associate with the black and brown nations who are attempting to escape their rule and dominance over currency, over trade, over the oceans, over um, even over their own countries and territories. Like, you can't have a country and do as you please unless you get approval from white zaddy. And so over the last year or so, you've been seeing these black and brown nations be like, oh yeah, we're gonna join BRICS too. We tired of this. We tired. You tired? I'm tired. Let's go over here to BRICS. Let's go. Thumb your nose up at them folks. We going on. And so that has been happening in your face. And most white people just don't understand the significance of the pile on and the collective screw you, I'm going over here to do something new. Even if it don't work out, I'm still going over here because I'm tired of what is over there. So we are witnessing truly the end of the Gentile rule, where the Gentiles are having to beg the other folks to be in their stuff. It used to be the other way around. You'd have black and brown leaders cozying up to these European nations and European leaders because they controlled everything, and they controlled everything by violence. And that's not going to work anymore because other nations have managed to flip the script and play the long game. So now they have more power and dominance, and they are learning that collectively, that's the only way you're going to defeat the dominant society for a little while anyway. But France is trying to join BRICS, and I'm just tickled at it because I'm petty. All right, let's get into this story. It says, according to French media reports, French President Emmanuel Macron has asked South African President Raccoon Cyril Ramaphosa for an invitation to the BRICS summit scheduled for August. Now, notice he goes to the white African country, the one that they know that they still rule, for an invitation. So even, there's so many lessons to take away from this. One is, you see the dominant society, they always have their token raccoons, their token black people, their token Negroes that they can go to, who are going to undercut the collective. That is just law. If you got 10 black people in a room, you better believe at least 3 of them going to be working to sabotage your activities, sell you down the river, help Mr. Man because there's something in it for him financially, or her. Don't let me just say him, because there's a whole lot of she-coons out here who will sell us down the river too. And so the French president goes to the black man, the African man in South Africa, who they can control, to get a summit. Now, I don't know. At the end of the day, everybody plays on the same team. Just, 2 different wings on the same bird. But symbolically or spiritually, you see how manipulative the dominant society is, how they put people in power they know they can control everywhere on earth. If there's a black person in power and they're dealing with the dominant society, they're there not for their own purpose. They're there because they're serving the interest of the dominant society. And so that is what this South African president basically is doing. He's going to sabotage his own people for a bag, a little bit of prestige for a short time, because when they're done with him, y'all know what they're going to do. They're going to do the same thing they do to everybody else. Can't stress it enough. So when you play with them folks, you get the prizes that they have to offer at the end. This news has not been confirmed by Elise Palace yet. And the spokesperson for the South African president claimed to be unaware of Macron's request. Ain't gonna tell y'all that he sold y'all down the river. Moscow has asked Paris to provide an explanation. Do they want to establish some kind of contact once again in order to show the activity of Paris, or is it some kind of Trojan horse? This has garnered significant attention, but there are varying attitudes among different parties. French media commented, "This is a bit crazy and unprecedented. In any case, considering the current international landscape, it is indeed a bold and innovative idea." So they're going to sell, we scared, we done screwed up, and so we want to try to save ourselves as bold and innovative. See how the enemy does? Every time they do something, they will never accept responsibility for what they've done. They will never apologize. They will never do recompense. They're always looking for a way out. They're going to tuck their tail, not apologize, not admit what they've done and how they've colluded over these last couple of hundreds of years, been in wars, done all sorts of things, send soldiers here and there to steal, rob, kill, and destroy. I just want to protect my own butt and my own interest. I'm going to slink on over here now. So this is kind of like a telegraph. I'm going to tell on you, but not tell on you. And as far as France is concerned, I'm gonna look out for my own interest. I ain't trying to be a part of this stuff because I know what's coming, and he may even know that his days are numbered. So he's trying to figure out how he's gonna get a lifeline and get some new protection, get some new friends, get in a new gang per se. Considering this idea as bold or even crazy was the initial reaction for many people when they heard the news. Exploring why this is the case is worth delving into a little deeper. It indicates that people have subconsciously taken the division between North and South and the split between East and West as a normal state, to the extent that even a thought that may break these norms and mental patterns appears quite striking. However, on the other hand, this idea seems reasonable. France is a major European country that realized early the historic changes occurring in the global landscape. Macron himself has made surprising statements on multiple occasions, demonstrating a certain level of autonomy separate from Washington. Snitches get stitches. Just saying. I got to go, got to hide, got to go get some new friends, got to get in a new gang. These factors make it feel like it wouldn't be particularly strange if Macron were to attend the BRICS summit. The fact that such news are emerging in France and not in other countries itself speaks volumes. That's what I say. The BRICS member countries are all emerging economies representing the interest of developing countries in the international community. So get what they're saying here. It means small countries that have been destroyed by the dominant society have collectively gotten together and be like, we finna turn up. We finna do this new game. And we all gonna be on the same page. We're all gonna be unified. We're not dealing with Mr. Charlie and them. Then here come Mr. Charlie. One of the worst subjugators, dominators, and exterminators on earth. Here comes that nation wanting to be a part of something that's just for developing economies and basically oppressed nations that have been raped, robbed, pillaged, destroyed, subjugated by the very people who now want to come and be a part of it. That's just like, it's like it's very narcissistic and parasitic, but that's how them folks work. So they're going to be like that till we get caught up and leave here. They're going to be trying to cling to us. That's what they do. They're like leeches. That's what you call them, leeches. That's what I'm going to call them, leeches. What kind of chemical reaction would it generate if France did participate? Setting aside other specific and intricate factors in the context of increasing division between North and South, East and West, and the intensifying camp confrontations, there is a need for someone to transcend ideological and geopolitical barriers and break free from mental and conceptual constraints. This could potentially lead to unexpected positive effects. Yeah, somebody is running because they know Europe is about to get blued up. They're getting ready to blow that thing up. So they're trying to find new resources. They're trying to make new connections because there's not going to be a West. The West is going to be remnants. And that includes America. So if you can't see the writing on the wall, these folks getting ready to go through Europe, and you know what they're getting ready to do next? They're going to come hop across the ocean, and then the war going to be here. So they're already preparing you and laying the groundwork. So the chickens, the ones that's really not about their life, they're getting ready to show you who they are. And it's just interesting to see how cowardly white supremacy truly is. This is what lets you know that they cannot survive without us. We are the lifeline. We are the blood. We have the resources. Even if we don't have nothing tangible, we could be the poorest things on earth. We have inherited the earth. This is ours. Everything on the earth is ours. And so when we don't think like that and understand that and look to them to provide for us, all they're doing is taking our stuff and giving it back to us and then making us work extremely hard for something that's already ours. So this is why we need to have the mind of self-sufficiency so that we don't have to rely on these people, even if we're in their country or stuck with them in a land. There's a way for us to be self-sufficient and not have to rely on them. The whole world couldn't be crumbling, but if we stick together and act as a nation and get these raccoons out from among us who keep selling us out, we'll be okay. But between raccoons and our warped thinking, like, we can't get a break. Macron emphasized that Europe should pursue strategic autonomy. And France also has a tradition of independent diplomacy. If France can truly act as a bridge between different camps in the world's divisions and splits, it will undoubtedly make its international status stand out and create historic achievements. Macron clearly has such ambitions and is making such attempts and efforts. We appreciate and respect this and are willing to understand with goodwill France's uh, release of information about Macron's desire to participate in the BRICS summit. However, to be frank, Moscow's concerns are not superfluous. France should be aware of how deep the rift is between the West and non-Western countries and how thin mutual trust is, especially the outbreak of the Russian-Ukraine conflict and the comprehensive of containment and suppression of Chinese by the US have created increasingly greater pressure to force countries to take sides. It is very difficult for France to make progress in true strategic autonomy and independent diplomacy. Basically, he done said we don't trust them folks. We don't trust them folks. We trying to get away from them folks, and here they come. They sound just like us, don't they? After Macron's visit to China in April, he urged Europe to develop more strategic autonomy. Basically, we ain't got to be working together no more. I know we done blewed up stuff, and we done stole gold and killed leaders and did this, that, and another, and enslaved folks and stole their stuff and bred them and scattered them out there. I know we done all that, but let's forget about that. Let's not even, let's go our separate ways and pretend that never happened. Y'all do what y'all want to do because we're gonna do what's in our best interest now. Bye, y'all. Bye. That's what they do. A few words had led to such a situation. It's foreseeable that the resistance encounter would be great if actions were taken. It is inevitable that people will have doubts about the extent to which France can act according to its own will. Basically saying France is not going to be able to do what they're trying to do because they're going to get some white pushback and they're going to have to do what the white people say do or else. Then they're going to come in and sabotage everybody else stuff because y'all know that's how they do. Or whether it still has to comply with Washington's strong opinion. So they're basically saying you're going to do what America say do or America going to get in your butt because we the real gang. Not we, them, because y'all know we don't run nothing. The BRICS countries need to consider this news about Macron's request comprehensively and carefully. One thing is certain, This matter has demonstrated the enormous influence of the BRICS cooperation mechanism. BRICS adheres to the principle of multilateralism, attracting dozens of emerging economies and developing countries to participate in the cooperation process, which coincides with the new multilateralism supported by France and Europe. Can BRICS open up to developed countries like France based on its huge influence in developing countries? Now, I'm going to say no. But because I know what time it is, this multilateralism is nothing more than a new world order, the one world government. So everybody's giving their power over and saying we're going to be one unit. It if you understand prophecy, you already know what's going to happen. But just for grins and giggles, we just doing this. We know what the end will be, but when it comes to being able to trust, we wouldn't have all these issues if it wasn't for the European Union anyway, because they don't know how to live amongst other people without ruling over them. They must rule. If they don't rule, they can't kill, destroy, and subjugate. They're not going to be happy. You ain't going to live with them, and not for long, without them trying to subjugate, dominate, and exterminate you. So inviting them in to me seems, counterproductive, but hey, what do I know? I've been over here in the belly of the beast for 400 years watching them in action. They have a reputation that precedes them, but just forget about that. Let's just trust them. Sounds foolish to me, but who am I? I'm just a little old black woman. This is interesting. This is an interesting question, and the BRICS organization might as well seriously consider it in light of this news. However, it must be pragmatic, not formalistic, and not let the pursuit of this form affect the pragmatic cooperation of the BRICS mechanism itself. Soon as they let them in, they're going to mess it up. Just saying. That's like you invite people to your cookout. Cookout be fine till Karen them show up. And then when they come, it's like, oh, they're going to kill the vibe. That's what's going to happen. We all know it. Their spirit ain't right. They ain't right. They don't do recompense. They come and then don't be humble. They want to take over your stuff. Or they come and be antisocial and break up the high vibrations in the group and then just mess up the whole dynamic. It's just ain't right. If they don't come with the right spirit, if they don't come with the spirit of Yah, it ain't gonna be right. And we know they ain't got that spirit. So let them folks stay where they at, outside over there. Different from a small circle like the Group of Seven, G7, the BRICS mechanism exists as an emerging platform for global governance. There it is. It adheres to openness, inclusiveness, cooperation, and win-win results. So understand what BRICS is. BRICS is just another arm of the beast infrastructure. It is a part of the beast infrastructure. It's the financial piece of the beast infrastructure, but it is a piece of the beast infrastructure. Anytime you see global anything, they're letting you know what the what the end game is. The goal is to achieve this one world government. So as you see, you're gonna see these white leaders try to get in because they got to. They got their orders. It's all just a show. We are watching a movie, and we just got to stay on the sidelines and keep watching. Don't get involved in it. Don't get your heart wrapped up in it. Just use the info as data and see where we are in the big scheme of, how close we are to the Most High coming to get us, because we ain't going to be able to do nothing with these folks. Y'all already see they're realigning and doing what they got to do for them folks, them demonic folks they work for. We just going to be victims of whatever it is they have planned. as long as they come with equality and goodwill. Oh, but there you go. That's like peace and safety. And sincerely want to promote cooperation and development, the BRICS countries welcome more entities to participate in global development cooperation, including not only France but also the U.S. So and I feel like this is telegraphing too, because they're telling us at the end of the day, when this country falls, they're gonna have to join BRICS, because BRICS is gonna be the new global order. So this is the reason why, is as long as we're here on Earth, we need to keep up with what's happening, until we and go off to the wilderness. We get in, even if we have a physical exodus and we're able to go someplace else, understand that every nation on earth has to participate in this global governance. And it's already been prophesied in the Bible that every king or every leader is going to give their power to over to the beast. So don't think that you're gonna go somewhere and escape and be like, oh, I'm out of America. I'm out of the belly of the beast. No, the beast gonna be everywhere. The beast is there. Beast gonna be everywhere. The beast gonna control everything. So as long as you are alive, you're gonna be subjected to the beast unless you fix your life and downsize and learn how to live, um, like we did back in the old days. And most people are not willing to do that. You love power. You love air conditioner. You love lights. You love turning on the faucet and getting water out of the sink. You like flushing the toilet. You don't like using the latrine, digging a hole and pooping in it, or having a portable toilet, having to go outside and use an outhouse. Y'all like the creature comforts. You like using um, the stove to cook and not going outside and having to make a fire and think intensely to on how you're going to prepare your food. You don't like growing your own food. You don't like hunting. It's a lot of people that's going to be caught up in the system because they don't know how to live any other way, or they don't want to live any other way. Whatever the reason is, understand that a new global governance structure is coming online and it's forming as we speak. And we could take these stories and be like, oh well, you can pick sides, because a lot of times we think of things politically. But it's time we start thinking about these things spiritually. We can look at them in the natural and say, oh, yeah, they're doing XXX thing. But a lot of the things that we see happening are biblical. We're watching it happen in real time. The forming of this new beast infrastructure is here. It's already got heads. It's already walking. People joining it. And, don't think these leaders are like, oh yeah, they dishing a dollar. No, they forming the last world government before the big battle happens. They're setting up the world for Satan's rule for these last 3.5 years. Um, they're preparing for the people who don't get caught up, because the ones who getting caught up are not gonna have to live through what's coming. But just in case you decide to screw up and you get stuck and you're not found worthy, and I'm talking to myself too, I need to know what is happening. I need to understand this global system that is going to be online is going to be something else. Really and truly, it's going to be global enslavement. And so we need to know what it looks like. We need to know how we're going to be surveilled. We need to know what's going to happen to us if we rebel. We need to know how we're going to live and how we're going to perish. We need to know how we're going to be persecuted. We need to know what life is going to be like on a daily basis living in this system. So that's why I follow these stories, because I don't know whether I'm going to be found worthy to escape or not. But if I ain't, at least I already know what's coming, and I can prepare myself for that. But if I am gone, hey, somebody might be listening to me who is not a believer. They didn't need to understand what's coming. Um, Even some believers may not be living right. They may miss the bus. They may miss the exodus. And they need to know, this is the new system. This is what you're going to have to do. This is what you're going to have to deal with. Um, we just got a lot of things that we have to consider. And I wanted to share this story with you because I just found it interesting that no matter where we go, we could be trying to form something to protect ourselves from the Gentiles, and here come the Gentiles. I want to be a part. I know things going bad over there, and I'm trying to escape now. Hey, you remember me? I ain't like I used to be. It's like an old boyfriend coming back who done did you wrong, did you bad. Went on about them, their lives, and got them somebody else and was supposed to be living their best life. But life ain't all that good on the other side. The grass wasn't greener. And now they got to come back and they need you. So they got to grovel and try to be nice. But they're shamed. They're a little shamed because they did you bad and they think you done forgot. Or sometimes they know you ain't forgot. But because they are so narcissistic, they refuse to apologize. They're just like, oh, I'm gonna go on back over here and sing some love songs and gas them up and try to pretend like I'm reformed. Hope they don't remember all the stuff that I did and they'll take me back. That's essentially what France is doing. So understand, we're going to see more and more of that as white folks understand that their dominance in the world is over, symbolically and physically, and that they are going to have to, they can't survive without us, so they're going to have to find ways to get resources to take care of them and their wicked ways of living. You're going to see a whole lot of backpedaling, a whole lot of breaking away, a whole lot of savagery, and a whole lot of uh, the gang breaking up. I guess that's the best way to describe it. The gang is breaking up because the dominant society has been a gang ruling over the earth for a long time. And what we know of this gang, this rule, this European rule is ending. And white people, they see it, but they don't know what to do. And they don't know how to live without ruling. So they're going to be mad at each other and they're going to be mad at us. And y'all know they're going to take it out on us. But just get your popcorn and watch because things is getting ready to be wild in this world. And Gentiles getting ready to really show you who they are. Not that we didn't already know because we've been living in the belly of the beast. But the world is getting ready to see the Gentiles act in a way that they've never seen before because this new system that's coming online got to cull them just like they've culled us. They're going to have to reap what they've sown. And some of them trying to escape without reaping nothing. But don't worry, they can't be y'all. So what they've done is coming back. They ain't gonna be able to escape, but they're gonna try. And that's what we're watching. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content and trash talking. In the event that this channel is taken down, I have channels on Rumble and Odyssey. The links are in the description. Consider following me on social media, although I do not use those platforms much because it's just a chore and I'm tired of getting censored. So I'll just take my censoring in one licking right here. In the event that everything goes down, I won't be back because I have been dealing with censoring for quite some time and it's not worth it to me. In the event that the internet goes down, you all should be doing what we talked about for the last couple of years because things are not going to get any better. So continue to prep Continue to pray, seek the Most High, ask for forgiveness daily for sins of commission and sins of omission. Pray that our people are awakened. Pray that all the tribes of Jacob together inherit the earth as from the beginning. And let us cry out for mercy because we gonna need it. We cannot live on this earth. We're just not gonna be able to. They're making it inhabitable. We thought it was unpleasurable before. It's really getting ready to be bad. It's gonna be harder. It's gonna be more violent. It's just not gonna be a pleasant place. So seek the Most High in all things. Pray to be found worthy to escape what's coming. And most importantly, love your brothers and your sisters. Talk to your brothers and your sisters. Try to wake your people up. And we need to come up with a code for raccoons because raccoons is out of control. They're gonna be the death of us. We can't form nothing with raccoons in our midst. So if you see raccoons, steer clear of them because they're like Gentiles. They have Gentile minds and Gentile hearts. They are here to kill, destroy, just like the Gentiles. And so they may look like us, but they ain't like us. Everybody black ain't Jacob. And even Jacob, some of Jacob ain't Jacob. They got wicked ways of this world. And so you need to steer clear of them. So when we see these people, understand who they are, understand they have an assignment, try not to be a part of their assignment. All right, y'all, this is Marley K, and I'm out of here.